This meeting is being recorded.
Hello everyone, a very good evening. So let's start the session. Okay, let me log into our Snowflake account. Okay, in the last session, what we have done, so we saw that, so how to work with AWS and how to load CSV file, and at the same time, how to load a pipe delimited files, right? So when you are implementing this, so what are the steps we have taken care? The first thing is, so we have created a table structure, then we created an integration object, then so we have created, so once integration object is created, then so this external id user ARN details, so we given to the AWS team to update security policies. Once they updated, then we can able to create a stage and then file format, then we can able to use a copy into the option, right? So this is fine. Now, so let's come to this. So let's say, so this is like CSV and then pipe delimiter. This can be done easily. But what about the JSON and then Parquet files? Before going to that, we will understand what is the JSON file and then what it mean by a Parquet file here. So now, so there is a difference. Now, when you observe here, see this one. Most of the time we are familiar with CSV files, right, or XML files. Now when you observe JSON files, now observe this one, JSON files, how it will be stored. So normally as a CSV file only, but coming to Parquet, so this is columnar storage. So like how the partitions will happen in our Snowflake, right? The same way columnar storage, and all these are compressible and splittable. But one thing, when you come to uh, reading, we cannot able to read Parquet files directly. We have to convert this into CSV, or we have to convert this into JSON, then only we can able to read. And so these are nestable formats and complex data structure. What it mean by that? Let me show you. So how the things, how the Parquet file looks like. Now observe this one. This is the structure. This is the structure of the file. So nestable format. Let me give you another thing. Just a minute. Example. Observe this one. This is the nestable format. This is column names. So the from here to party ID to manufactured on, so here till here it is a column names, and each and every level, so column names. So see this one, this is the data, this is our data, this is first column, and then so this is the data related to the first row. Once it is completed, again it will start with a column, and then this is related to second row. Again, the all the columns, this is related to third row. It means how the data looks like is the column and then row 1, the column 2, so row 1, column 3, row 1, column 4, row 1. So once it is completed all the rows, so for the all the columns for the first row, then again it will start with the, so for the second row, again column 1, so row 2, column 2, row 2, column 3, row 2. So this is nested form. This is semi-structured data types, semi-structured file format. Okay. Now, if you want to work with this, so how we can able to read this? So what we understand? So this is a JSON form. We cannot able to read Parquet files. Now let's observe this. So how to work with a Parquet files? How we can able to read? So if it is not possible to read this, we have to convert. Let's come to AWS console. Here, user take. Let me open the console. Now, so let's come to S3 bucket. In S3, see this one, we have a JSON file, we have a Parquet file. When you come to the JSON file, this is the JSON file. If you want to read this, observe this one, query with S3 select, then it is a documentation, run SQL query. So now observe this one, you can able to see the data, right? So from this is column 1 to column n, and this is the row 1 from here to here, so related to row 1. So here column same, column 1 to column n, this is related to row 2, right? What you observed, so first row, once it is completed all the so data, then it is starting the second row for the same columns, then again it is starting with the same columns, so third row, right? Again it is starting with the same columns for the fourth row. So row by row it is storing. So column, so based on row wise it is storing, right? So this is column nurse. So now let's come to, if you observe, so this is semi-structured and nested form. Sorry, it's not a columnar, that is storage level. That is different. This is a nested form. We can able to read this JSON, right? Now when you come to Parquet, now observe this. This is a Parquet file. Now click on this. If you try to read, run. Now can you able to see this one? What is the error? Output serialization is required. Please check the service documentation and try again. So it is not allowing. So what is output serialization? If you observe Parquet files, what we discussed, we cannot read directly. So it is not human readable. Observe this, what is the option we have? So output settings we have CSV and JSON. Any one format you can convert and then you can able to read. So this one, so let's come to this. See this one, when I click on JSON, and then if you run SQL query, now here, see this, now you can able to read this file, right? Column 1 to column n, the row 1, again column 1 to column n related to row 2, you can able to see the data. And one thing here, when you when we are working with JSON and Parquet, these column names is case sensitive, it means exactly how the column looks like, the same way we have to use. So when you are copying the data, from these columns to our table, so what we have to do is these things, it will treat it as semi-structured and variant data type in our Snowflake. When you are loading into the stage files, it will be variant data type. This one directly you cannot load by using this copy command. Only one difference is all the approach is same. Only one difference is in a copy command. Remaining everything will be the same. In copy command, you need to convert the variant data type to our respective data types based on the table structure. That is the one thing what we have to take care. Remaining everything is fine. Okay, now let's observe this, how to work with a JSON and how to work with Parquet. Now let's come to first, okay, Parquet. We have a file. Now first we will create table structure. table structure. Let's create the table structure here. Okay, let's come to the new one. We are in class and then retention schema. The table name is healthcare parquet. Let it be. And we are creating a table structure. Once we created a table structure, see this, we are giving file name, file row number. If you have multiple, I mean, files and then multiple, if you want to know, then we are going to use file name and then file row number. Okay, this is fine. Now let's come to, so once table structure is available, what is the next step? We need to create a integration object. What is the integration object in last time we created? So in the last session, if you observe, integration object we created s3int. This is location is only for CSV. But now what we need to handle? JSON and Parquet files. Then so this won't work. This won't work. Again, what you have to do is you can create a new integration object. So when you are creating that, we will give all the locations like JSON and Parquet also. And let's observe this. So here integration for JSON and Parquet. Both I am giving S3int. So JSON and Parquet. And remaining integration name changed, and then role ARN storage allowed location. When it is coming to that, what is the role ARN here? This is the role ARN. This is fine. But what about the location? So location we need to change, right? Let's come to this. This is the role ARN details, and the location will be, so here come here. So let's copy the path. One is Parquet. So we are handling the Parquet file. This is the Parquet, right? Or you can so get the Parquet folder path and JSON for the both the things. Copy, come here. See this, we are giving Parquet folder. Now JSON for the JSON. Come here. This is we are giving it for JSON. Now what will happen? This integration object, we are going to create it for both the JSON files and then Parquet files. Whenever you are handling JSON and Parquet, we can use this integration. Now integration object is created. Now to describe integration, integration name, observe this now, storage allowed location. This is the storage allowed location. And so this is user ARN details, and at the same time you have role ARN and then external ID. External ID will change for, so when you created this, and user is same, only location details has been changed, and then user is same. Now let's check. So what is this external ID? What we have to do, this external ID details and then user ARN details, we have to give it to AWS team to update policies, right? What is the user? This is the role which we have used. This is the user ARN. Let's check whether it has changed or not, because the same user, right? Let's come here and IAM, identity and access management. Again, these things we will not do, guys. So we will not have a permission to implement this. Just what we can do is just we will send a request so to the team, AWS team, to update the policies. They will take care of that. Come to trusted relationship policies and then edit. So here INST0243. INST. This is user is same. See this one. User is same here. The same. So details available. But integration, this one, external ID, location we have changed. Now external ID will be change. See this one, this is different external ID. Now let's paste it here now. So this is a new external ID and then update. policies has been updated. Once this step is done, once you so get this confirmation, yes, we have updated the policies, then we can create a file formats, right? Then we can create file format and we can create a stage. Now observe this. Let's create a file format. This is for Parquet file. Same approach we are doing. Now create a file format. File format we created. Then we need to create a stage, right? Come to the stage. And so when it is coming to the stage, which particular thing you have to pick? This one. So let's say Parquet file. This external stage is for Parquet. Already Parquet is available. External Parquet stage. And then what about the location? When we are creating this stage, we need to pick only this particular Parquet. Only this particular thing. Okay. And what is the integration object? S3 int, this one, right? S3 int. And then, so what about the file format? File format we created as a Parquet, right? These are the things. Now what it will do, it will pick the file from this particular Parquet path, and then it will keep that into this particular external stage. It will directly access from the URL. It will directly access from URL. Now when you run this, observe, it's done, right? Okay. So now, so if you can able to directly access, right? List at the rate external stage. Observe what is the difference here. You can able to see that the file is available, right? File is available now. So what you will use? You are going to use a copy command, right? What you will do? Copy into what is the table? This is a Parquet. Refresh. This is the table, right? Let's come here. This particular table, when you observe, copy into this particular table from stage area. This is the stage area. When you do this, in this stage, we have one Parquet file. If you are trying to load this Parquet file from this particular stage to this particular table, just observe what is happening. See this one, what it is telling. Parquet file format, so cannot produce only one, can produce only one column, variant. See this one, variant, object or array, right? So use CSV file if you want to load more than one column. Why it is doing, why it is giving this error means, if you check the data, let's say select, you can see the data directly from the stage, right? Select $1 from, this is the stage. When you observe this, now run this one. See this, what you observe, column 1. See how the data looks like. Column 2, row 1. Column 3, row 1. This is variant. So this particular thing, so this is unable to convert. What we have to do is the each and every column, how many columns we have in your Pocket file, each and every column you need to convert into your respective data types. Then only it will allow you to load the Parquet or JSON files. If you directly observe this, if you directly running this, it is throwing error. Okay, so what you have to do is you need to convert each and every column. When you are converting, column names are case sensitive. Column names are case sensitive. Now let's observe this one. Come here. What's this? What you have to do is you need to convert like this. From each and every column we have to know, and each and every column we are going to convert Parquet, and then column 1, and then data type, respective data type, column 2 respective data type. And here if you observe why it is showing like this is because of this particular case sensitive. Okay, so we have this, so single quote here, that's why it is taking like this. So each and every column, so we are converting, right? So once we converted, so then only we can able to load the data. So this is a Parquet stage. What is the table? So Pocket Healthcare table. So from this particular stage, it is going to load it into this table. When it is loading the column, this particular column convert into where. So respective to here all are where means it will allow everything, right? If it is for number, you will convert into number. If it is float, you will convert into float. If it is timestamps, you will convert into timestamp. Now observe this, when we are executing this, now it is going to allow loading the data from your Pocket file to our snowflake tables. Now when you are done this is so conversion. So now the data has been loaded, you can able to see the data. What is the difference here? Only the data type conversion. We cannot load directly without converting the data types. See this, now we can able to see the data in structured form, right? So previously it is a semi-structured form, so where the file is available, this one, so in our S3 bucket, right? So now what we have done here, so we have picked, we created a stage, and then we have implemented file format, and then the integration object. So and we have used a copy command. In copy command, we are converting all the data types. This is one thing. Okay. Now, so this is for the Parquet. Now, if you come to JSON files are the same option. There is no difference. But so already we created integration object, right? See this one. In storage allowed location, we have given both the folders, both the locations. It means Parquet files and then JSON. So no need to do it one more time. No need to create one more time. Directly we can go ahead and then we can create a stage, and then we can create a file format, then we can run the process. Now let's observe this one for JSON also. Let's finish this JSON. See this JSON also same thing. We'll create a table structure first. Here we'll come to this. This is a table structure, JSON table structure, and then run this. Now the table structure is created. No, integration object. Already we have a integration object. So no need to create. We can use the same integration object. And already we have updated external ID. So we have updated. So this user ARN details. So no need to do it one more time. Then what you can do is we can create a file format. We are creating a file format. Okay. Now file format. Then coming to the stage. Coming to stage. So I will create a stage. Coming to the stage. What is the integration object? S3int, this one for JSON and Parquet, both the files. So same integration object. Sorry, integration of so not non-required. No need to create. This is for the stage. Let's come to the stage. So here, when you are using that, the integration object is this one. This is the integration object. We can use that integration object, and then where your file is available, JSON. So let's pick the JSON. This is JSON. Come here, and then we are going to give the JSON one now in URL. And this is integration. And then when you are creating a stage, this is for the JSON stage. And then we are going to load this particular file format. And then from this integration object and this location, we are going to load this. So we are going to try to access this external stage. Now it is done. Now if you check list at the rate stage area, this is the stage area, right? Now let's come and then run this one. Now if you observe, see this one, this is the stage. Stage is available now. Okay, good. So now what we can do, we can use a copy into command. When you use copy into here also, so you cannot able to copy into, what is the table? Table name is this one. Here JSON table from, what is the stage area? This is the stage area. When you observe, when you run, so you cannot, it will give you error, right? If you check, so how the data looks like, $1 from stage. This is the stage. This is stage. Now observe this. What you observe. See this one, how the data looks like. And most importantly, observe why it is case sensitive. See this one. If you have, when it is in a column, so we have a space here. When you are converting, you need to give in the same way. So, and if you observe, here we have a percentage here. You need to do it in the same way. So here we have, see this one. So caps letters, you have to give same way. So here some are so caps, some are so small. And then observe this one. This is ID, how it looks like, underscore ID, right? The same way how the data looking here, the same way we need to convert. So how the, so this particular thing, when you are copying. So let's come here, copy into, this is the order. So how the data looks like in the file. Come here and copy into, this is stage, and we are going to load the data into this particular table from the particular stage. When you are converting each and every column, we are converting here. See this? So we are converting integer to integer, float, and then character, right? All this column. Observe this. Here we have a space. Here we have percentage and then space. Why we are doing like this? Underscore ID. The same way how the data looks like in your the structure. The same thing. So we need to convert. So into the respective data types. These column, so data types, we will get it from the team. So who is sending the file, right? They will send us what is the column name, how it looks like, and then what will be the data type. Okay. So now when you are running this, see this one, you can able to see the data. Now the data has been loaded. So which one? This is related to, so JSON files. Now observe this, we can able to see, so all the, so the records, so 30,000 records, it has been loaded here into this one. Is it clear? Okay, so now this is related to JSON and then how to load the data into Pocket files. Now one thing guys here, when you are doing this, what we are doing here, every time, so when the file is available in this S3 location, we are going to create a stage and then we are going to create a integration object. Then manually we are executing this copy command. Whatever the copy command we are executing, manually we are implementing this. But let's observe, suppose, so if it is auto ingestion, it means nothing but, so kind of automation. So JSON done, and then pocket file. Now let's say that is related to snow pipe. Snow pipe. We will discuss this in the next session. So this is very important one. But so we'll give a heads up what exactly the snow pipe is. This one is, we will call it as a auto ingestion process or kind of automation process. It means whenever the file is available in this particular locations, any, so AWS location or other location, we need to load without implementing manually. What we are doing here, we are implementing copy into the table from the stage. We are running manually, right? But when you are working in project, so we never know when they are going to place the files here into this particular bucket, right? So then, so how you will understand? You need to every time, so daily 5 to 6 times, you need to cross check with the team whether the file came or not, whether file came or not. We won't do that, right? And so otherwise, every time they, whenever the file comes, they need to send a email to the Snowflake team. So the file is available here, right? That is difficult. And at the same time, so whenever they are like file is available, every time you need to include the copy command. Maybe sometimes, so it will come at 6 a.m. or 3 p.m. or 11 p.m. Let's assume that. Then, so there is no consistent when the file arrives into this particular AWS location. Then how to handle this? To do that, we have a snowpipe auto ingestion process. Snowpipe auto ingestion process. When you come to that, let me show you one diagram here. We can understand. This is snowpipe auto ingestion process. Some external systems, they will load the file into S3. It can be a Firehouse. These are the external systems who is placing the files into S3 bucket. Let's observe this one. Okay. Then from these external systems, it will load the data to our snowpipe. What it will do is whenever the data comes, whenever the file comes into this S3 location, it will send a notification. When it sends a notification here, so then, so it is going to, so trigger our the snowpipe loading process. When you are doing this, so no need to take care so no need to take care, so no need to do it manual things. Automatically, when snowpipe sends, no sorry, AWS S3 sends a notification to snowpipe, snowpipe will execute a copy command. Snowpipe will execute copy command. But when you are implementing this, so we need to follow some parameters, then some conditions. Those are kind of bucket should be same, and then role AWS role should be same, integration object should be same, table types, and then so table data types it should be same. All these things we have to implement. Okay, then only we can able to load the data to our snowflake tables. Okay, this is the snowpipe process. So it will take some time, guys. So we will see that in the next session how to implement a snowpipe. Once it is done, then we can so discuss about Azure and then GCP load also. So okay, so these things we will go to after completion of the snowpipe. Okay, so any questions here?
Yeah, hi. So
Yes.
when you created
Mm,
for a JSON and Parquet,
mm,
it has created a new external ID, and I see that
mm,
you have
correct.
updated it, right? If we
Yes.
want to support multiple flavors of the file formats, right? So what
Mm,
is the
mm. Then what you need to do is you need to create separate external, separate integration object for different types of files. That's why I'm telling that in a snowpipe also. So different integration objects we need to create for the different file formats. Because if you keep everything, so in one integration object, what will happen? Whenever you are updating something related to the role, then the role will be updated, right? Then if you try to copy from the stage, it won't work because role is different. Role has been updated with a different external ID, then it won't work. The solution is different roles should be there, different integration objects should be there, different stages should be there, and then for the different file formats.
okay? Thank you.
Yeah, good question. Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir,
Yes, Lakshmi.
I got an error in
Mm.
yesterday's session, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It is I loaded the file into that stage,
Mm. Okay.
and after that, while I'm checking the stage,
Mm.
that is, I'm listing out the stage. It
Mm-hmm.
is showing failure using stage area, cause access denied,
Mm.
some status code 403,
Okay, that
and
is fine.
error code access denied.
Understand. Have you created AWS roles? In the role, you have to give the permissions, full access permission. That is one step. Maybe you have missed in when you created a
Sir,
AWS, right?
yeah,
Mm.
when I created uh, role, it is
Show you.
showing like list read write access permissions only. It is
I
not
will show
giving the
you the
full access
steps.
permissions.
I will show you the steps where you have missed. After created a role, these things you have done properly. All these things you have done. So when you are updating policies right here. So for
Yeah,
the role creating policies after the 8th step, observe this here. So when you are doing that, you will get search option here, right? So after these policies, you will get a search option here. So here, what you need to do is, so you need to search for, see this one, this particular thing related to this one, Amazon S3 full access.
okay,
Amazon S3 full access. Do this one also. Once you have given Amazon S3 full access, and then so once it is confirmed, so so it will be both the things will be applied. So for S3 as well as the policies, then you will get the permission to read the
okay,
file. This is the
okay,
error. Okay,
okay.
good.
So now I can update it, or
You can
I
update.
can.
No need,
Okay,
no need. You can directly go to this particular step. So where you have created account, right? So this particular one, so AWS account, and then so click on the role. So in the role, go to the policies and then search the policies here. What you have to do is, let me show you. IAM, and then go to the role. Here, this is the role which we have created. And then here, see this one. So I have two things. One is Amazon S3 full access, another one is policy. So here to search this, so you can click on here and then you can so search AWS. So S3 Amazon otherwise. So you can do, see this one, add permissions and attach policies, right? So click on this and then you can get the policy names here. I think I need to edit. What is this one? Create policy. We have edit. Yeah, see this one, attach policy. When you click on attach, right, here you will get all the multiple options. See this one, Amazon related. Here you need to search Amazon S3. See this one, Amazon S3. So read and full access will be there. So that particular thing you need to take.
second one. It is outpost.
That is output. Let me clear this. Otherwise you can go like next, and then you can check. Somewhere it will
Not
be there,
showing.
Amazon S3 full access. It will give you. So this is different. the S3 bucket which we have created, right? For that we are giving full access. That is the meaning of that. Then we can read, then we can write. This is read only, read only, read only. This is different. Search is not properly updated here. This is route. This is related to only output. So
In
many
between,
services.
actually, can I ask a question?
Yes, yes, yes.
So to a particular role, we are
Mm,
trying to access the policy of Amazon S3 full access, right? In that case,
mm,
why
mm.
we need to create our own custom policy again, pointing to the same bucket? Because Amazon S3 full access
That
itself
policy.
should have an access to our
Mm.
bucket as well, right?
I will tell you. No, no, it's not like that. So what will happen is in S3, let's come to this one. If you observe, so you can search that, Lakshmi, you will get it. Okay, so you can able
Yeah.
to see that.
When I created it gave me read list and write access permissions only.
That is fine. That is fine. But so you can able to update in the roles. So this one, this is related to the bucket, right? So in the bucket, what you are doing in a role, we are creating permissions for this particular bucket. In updating policies, see this one. So when you observe this here, just a minute, I will show you. See this one. For the bucket name, we are giving in the S3 bucket name, right? The bucket name, we are giving the policies to access. That's it. But read and write access things, that policies also we need to mention. So the complete S3 bucket. So there is
Okay,
two
sir.
different things. So that's why we have to do it again. S3 policies also. So maybe I will show you. You can so note it this one. So what is that name is Amazon. So capital S3 full access. Okay, this one need to be updated.
Okay, sir.
AWS manager. You can able to see that there. So once this one is attached, so for this particular role, then you can able to access this and then you can able to work with that. Yeah, correct. Any other
Thank you, sir.
questions? Okay, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.